welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thanks so much for clicking on the video, and if you are new, then you may not know that I am actually a dual citizen. What does that mean? So it means that I have citizenship in 2 different countries. So I do have citizenship in the United States of America and also in Italy. One of my first videos that I ever published here on YouTube was the process to get my Italian citizenship, and it's been about 1.5 years since I have received Italian citizenship. And since receiving dual citizenship, I've been getting asked by many of you to do a video on how to travel with 2 different passports. Leaving the US, entering Europe, going to other countries, which passport do I use? And although it's totally fine and legal, you do have to be careful with which passport you use depending on the country you are exiting and entering. So I'm kind of going to go over step-by-step basics on how to travel with 2 passports, from booking your flight to entering customs in the country that you are going to also visas in other countries that you're not even a citizen in. So let's get started. So before starting, I do want to mention that this video today is being sponsored by italki. Italki is an online platform where you can get one-on-one lessons from native speakers for the language that you are wanting to learn. So choose from over 5,000 teachers for one-on-one lessons based on your goals and interests. You can do as many or as little one-on-one lessons as you'd like. You can even do a free language exchange. So if lessons aren't in your budget per se, you can always get matched up with a teacher or a tutor and do a little bit of free language exchange if that tutor is also wanting to learn your native language as well. And the best part is you can do it anytime and anywhere. So you choose what time works best for you, and you can do it from your computer to your phone using many different video call platforms. So whether you have 2 passports or whether you just love to travel and learn new languages, it's a great tool. So me and italki are partnering together for this video to give you amazing people $10 worth of italki credits that you can use not only to connect with new people from different cultures, but also learn the language you've always desired to learn. So the first step would be booking your flight. Which passport do I use? So airlines want to know if you are legal going to the country you are going to. So for example, I'm in Italy, but I am booking flights to America, the United States of America. When I'm online reserving checking in, entering my passport information, I will be putting the passport information to the country I am going to, or to the country that I will be legal going to. So for example, if I were to travel to America as an Italian citizen, I am actually seen as a foreigner in my own country in America because I'm traveling as an EU citizen, and I would need to get an ESTA visa and all that jazz. So why travel with that passport when I am a US citizen and getting into customs will be a breeze because I'm a legal American citizen? I would put my American passport information, given that the airline wants to know whether or not you're going to be legal entering the country where you are going to, because airlines can actually get fined if they allow people going to a country that they aren't allowed to go in or don't have the proper papers, visas. Alright, so next, checking in at the airport. Which passport do you use? Whichever passport you used to enter in online when getting and reserving your ticket, because the ticket agent needs to know that you are legal going to the country, your destination country. I'm leaving Italy going to the States, I would give the ticket agent my American passport. Next, immigration or customs at the airport that you are departing from. So you pass immigration or customs in this airport because they want to make sure that you were legal in their country. So I would put my American passport away, and as I enter immigration or customs in the Italian airport, I would give them my Italian passport because they just want to see if I'm legal to be in their country. I did actually make the mistake once where I gave them my American passport. This was when I was a noob and I didn't know what was going on. No one told me what I needed to know, and they did a very thorough search in my passport. They asked me tons of questions, when did you enter our country? Why have you overstayed 3 months? And so then I had to explain I'm a dual citizen and I'm resident in Italy. And they're like, well, then why didn't you just show me this passport to begin with? So I learned my lesson. Immigration and the customs wants to know if you're legal in the country that you are. And when you're about to get on the plane for international flights, when you give them your boarding pass, usually they ask for your passport as well. And this will be the one that you use to enter the destination country, and because they want to make sure again that you are legal to go to where you're going before you get on the plane. So then in this case, I would be using my American passport. And then once I land in America, I would of course not be an Italian citizen and be an American citizen. America does not care where you've been. All they care about is that you are legal in their own country. So the country that you are arriving into, when you go to customs, you will use that passport. So here's another example. I'm not flying to the States. I'm flying to another country that I am not a citizen of. Which passport would I use? Well, I would use the passport that would give me the most hassle-free stay in that country. So, for example, let's take Brazil, for example. I know that Brazil, as an American citizen, you do need quite a costly and time-consuming visa to obtain, whereas Brazil has an agreement with Italy, and it would be less hassle to travel to Brazil on an Italian passport. So in that case, I would show my Italian passport upon entering into Brazil. That way, I did not need that visa that I would have needed if I was an American citizen. So just do your research before you do travel to another country. That way you can see, do I need a visa for this country if I'm an American citizen, or do I need a visa for this country if I'm an Italian citizen? Sometimes they may have the exact same rules and other times they don't. So just do your research to make sure that whichever passport you're going to be using will make the most sense. And there are definitely pros to traveling with 2 passports when done correctly, and a big one is skipping all the crazy mad customs immigration lines. So for example, I just recently got back from Croatia and I was traveling with my Canadian friend, and when we arrived in Croatia, there was 2 lines for customs immigration. One was all EU, European Union passports, and one was all other passports. The line for all other passports was extremely long, and the line for European Union citizen passports was it was almost non-existent. So having my Italian passport, I ended up choosing that line. My Canadian friend actually had to wait about, I would say, 20 minutes in line, and the lines could actually get even longer than that. So that would definitely be one of the pros, is being able to fly through those lines. I always feel like a boss when I'm arriving into the EU. I can use my European passport to travel in the EU as a European citizen. So I don't even need to get a visa if I'd like to stay over my 3-month tourist visa. It's taken a while for me to master being able to travel with 2 passports, but now I'm super confident and I'm able to just whip out whichever passport I need. I do the research before I travel to another country that I'm not a part of, that I'm not a citizen of, and it really has made life easier, I have to say. And I'm very fortunate to have 2 passports. If any of you have 2 passports, if you have ever run into problems through immigration or any other issues that you've encountered, I'd love to hear your stories. And just another disclaimer, I'm not an immigration lawyer, and I've just done some research online, and this is what has worked with for me so far. So if you do have a passport from another country that is not one of these, then definitely do your research. Go on your government website to confirm that what you're going to be doing will work also for your passports. So I hope that clarified some of your questions, guys. And don't forget that your $10 worth of italki credits are linked down below in the description box for you to start learning a new language. So thanks again to italki for sponsoring this video, and thanks for you guys for clicking on this video. And I hope that you have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao!